As meal, I should eat something better. Did they eat pancakes or something?
The shoes are fine.
I just think some different shoes on.
Yeah, those are too hard, bro. Honestly, you don't want them to use those.
Is your lawyer gonna be there, or you just gotta turn yourself in by yourself?
No, my lawyer's gonna be there. Alright, I'll see you. Super salty. Okay, or something. This is my dog, man.
We're my favorites, bro, then. I'm your favorite.
Wait, guys, I'll see you guys soon. You guys better answer the calls when I call you guys.
A local up-and-coming rapper has been killed while in prison in Northern California.
Alright, y'all, now this story right here I feel is very important for the youngins out there that's crashing out, thinking that going to jail is cool. Understand that it's almost inevitable for you to go to jail as long as you outside committing crimes, but also understand that it's not guaranteed that you'll make it out. Which became the fate for a young rising rapper from California who almost had a big break into making it as a rapper, but before he can blow up, he was unalived in jail over something he couldn't even control. See, the thing is this, in the streets, everyone's tough, mainly because you have all types of access to almost any weapon that you need. But in jail, unless you're claiming a gang, you're outnumbered and you don't have as much access to weapons. And even if you do, you still have to know how to use it regardless. See, jail is a place where it's survival of the fittest, and if you're not built for it, it'll quickly show. Then suddenly, you become the prey. A man by the name of MoneySign Suede was serving his prison sentence, and he was almost finished, which means he almost made it out, until tragically, he was stabbed to death. Now, no one knows 100% why, but it's believed that he didn't want to go along with the prison politics, so they made an example out of him. We're going to get into the story of MoneySign Suede. Shout out to American Gang Wars. I'll leave a link to the original video pinned in the comments so you guys can show your support. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
A local up-and-coming rapper has been killed while in prison in Northern California.
Welcome to American Gang Wars. Today we're tapping into the streets of LA, and we're gonna be talking about the young LA rapper, MoneySign Suede, who was greenlit by the Mexican Mafia and killed in prison. Now, MoneySign Suede was born Jamie Valdez on August 7, 2000. MoneySign was an up-and-coming rapper from the Huntington Park area who was generating a massive buzz in LA. Now, the Huntington Park area is mainly run by two predominantly Hispanic gangs, Florencia 13 and the Huntington Park Locos. These are two Sureño gangs that fall under the 13, which is the dangerous prison gang, the Mexican Mafia, better known as lled. Although MoneySign grew up in this area, he was never a member of any gang, but he was known to affiliate with different gang members.
See, and that's the crazy part, right? Because he wasn't a part of no gang. But at the end of the day, it's like you are the company that you keep, guilty by association. So you could be in somebody's music video or whatever the case may be, and one of their ops see you out and you probably got nothing to do with nothing. You just wanted to be in a video. Next thing you know, they take your life because you're associating with their ops.
MoneySign Suede started to make a name for himself around 2019. Not long after this, MoneySign would drop one of his biggest records to date, at the time called Back to the Bag.
But I know Angel ain't no saint. Came out of Connie, planned to lick the next day.
But everything would come to a screeching halt 2 months later when MoneySign was arrested for Grand Theft Auto, and he will be sent to jail for the first time. But although locked up, his popularity would still grow. And by 2020, his song Back to the Bag would hit over 1 million views on YouTube. But by June 2021, MoneySign was released on a 3-year supervision, which meant he was only limited to a 50-mile radius from his home. And if he violated that, he would be sent back to jail.
See, that's another thing, right? For y'all out there crashing out and don't understand, even if you on parole, probation, the slightest thing you do could send you right back to jail. That's why you got a lot of people, they tell you, listen, I'd rather just finish my time. I don't want to go out there and catch a new one or get violated, be teased by freedom. Just let me finish out my time and I'll go back. right? But if you got a lot of time, like 15 years over your head or something like that, then it's understandable. But if you got like a year or a couple months or maybe even 2, some people just say, yo, listen, I want to do my time. Because when you outside, you're basically on borrowed time. It's a lot of temptation out there. You commit crimes if you ain't got no money. You could be stopped by the police. You don't even have to do anything. But they tell you do not have any police contact no matter what it is. And if you do, depending on the type of PO you have, they could violate you if they want.
Now, even with these limitations in place, MoneySign will continue to grow in popularity. Eventually, he will be signed to Atlantic Records, who will give him the financial backing that he needed.
Damn.
And by 2022, he would drop multiple projects, which included Parkside Baby, Grimy Park, and many others. And at this point, MoneySign was a bona fide star in the city and was not slowing down anytime soon. But also that same year, MoneySign will be arrested on 2 counts of firearm possession in Riverside County. These charges right here will violate his parole.
You see that? Right? Look how close he was. He had a deal with Atlantic. That same year that he signed his deal, he got incarcerated. So basically, he didn't even get a chance to really enjoy fame. He didn't even get to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Because as soon as he got it, is as soon as he got incarcerated.
And this would lead to him serving a 32-month sentence in prison. But before turning himself in for his 32-month sentence, he will record himself hours beforehand.
For me, I'm gonna have to turn myself in next week to go state prison. Yeah, I'll be back though.
I'm about to literally go in a couple hours, huh?
Damn.
And send me pictures.
Now, unlike the streets, the rules in prison are completely different. The politics in prison are race-related. The blacks run with the blacks, the whites run with the whites, the Mexicans run with the Mexicans, and the various other races that don't fit in with the majority are considered the others. But each race has a different structure and operate by a different set of rules. But the Mexican gangs from Southern California operate under one umbrella, and that's the Mexican Mafia.
Now, you know what's crazy, right? This is how you see the difference in the demographics. Because in Cali, the Mexicans, the Spanish, Latino, they primarily got the jails. But when you come to like New York and places of that nature, you have the Bloods, the Crips, right? Primarily the African Americans that run the jails. But the difference in the demographic shows from Los Angeles to New York and other places.
If you are on the streets and you are at war with another Mexican gang, once you touch down in that prison system, all of that ends. Now, the Mexican Mafia is one of the oldest and most dangerous prison gangs to exist in all of California. They operate in multiple prisons like Pelican Bay, San Quentin, and Soledad. But their reach doesn't just stop in the prison. Their reach goes beyond the prison walls, and it goes into the streets. The Mexican Mafia is not just ran by a single individual, but by a board of members who can give orders. But also these same members can be taken out if any of these individuals violate the code. Now, MoneySign Suede, because he is from Southern California, will automatically have to roll with the Mexican Mafia's program. And for those who don't know, anyone that refuses to get with that program can face dire consequences.
Now you hear that? Basically, what they're saying is this man, by just default, he was incarcerated, and by default, when he went to jail, he had to claim Mexican Mafia, right? Whether he wanted to or not, he didn't have a choice. So by you having to claim that and you don't follow one of their rules, first of all, you don't even want to be there. That's one, let alone gangbang. But then they telling you to do something and you don't want to do it and there's consequences for it. That's crazy. So let's say they trying to extort him. He don't want to give whatever it is up. They're going to do something to him. Say if they tell him, yo, listen, go do something and such, and he don't want to do it, well, they going to do something to him. Crazy.
And history has proven this, because in the early 90s, street gangs like the Loyal Street Locos, who refused to pay taxes, were greenlit by the Mexican Mafia and put on a hit list.
When a gang refuses to pay, it could mean death. Wall Street locals.
This is Lowell Street in El Sereno.
We're green lighters,
where bodies are tattooed with the words Green Pride.
Tax-free, we don't pay no taxes.
And tax-free.
They're wanting money from us, and we didn't want to cooperate, so they put a green light on us.
Them is the Mexican Mafia, or La M. The Mafia called on all Latino gang members to kick back a share of drug profits to La M. Lowell Street gangsters didn't go along with the program.
They came to us wanting taxes. We said no. We're our own people, that's it.
And that refusal put Lowell gang members in a tough spot. For years now, near the top of the Mafia's green light list, meaning all other gangs have a green light to go ahead and assault or even kill Lowell gangsters.
Many members died in the streets, and also the moment that they touched prison or the county jail also were killed behind bars. By March 30th, MoneySign Suede will be transferred to Soledad Prison. And while in prison, MoneySign would write his girlfriend multiple letters. In one letter, she posted to social media. And in his letter, MoneySign stated, "I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm stressed the fuck out. As of right now, my people say I'm good, but anything can still happen. It's still a cold game, and all I can do is hope and wish and pray for the best. I should be good, but the hate is real." Then he goes on to say, "I can't wait to see you. Just in case I don't make it, I'll be waiting for you up there. I hate to say that, but they really don't want to see me win. What am I supposed to do? I want to know. All I know is stay strong and stay solid till I'm gone. But it's like that might be the end of me."
Damn. Yo, you know what's crazy? Listening to that, seeing his letter, and then after seeing his letter, seeing his face, you know how crazy that looks? Right? Just the feeling of it. And he basically sensed it. He said, yo, listen, if I don't make it, I'll see you up there. Just think about what you got to go through as his significant other to be able to cope with seeing something like that, right? And then shortly after, he's unalived. Like, that's crazy. Like, imagine having this letter even after he passed away and got to read this, knowing that this man knew that his time was coming. Now, the letter says that somebody in there says he's good, but let me tell y'all one thing about jail politics. If a certain gang wants you, and if you don't belong to any other gang, 9 times out of 10, it don't matter what anybody's saying there, right? Especially if you in Los Angeles. So if he didn't belong to no Crips, no Bloods, no other gang that could help protect him, yeah, he was good as gone.
I don't know. So as you can see, MoneySign was dealing with a lot behind those walls, obviously having issues with other inmates. And sadly, those chilling words would come true. Rumors started to spread that MoneySign refused the program. Now, programming can be a range of things. He could have been asked to pay taxes. He could have been asked to assault somebody. He could have been asked to hide contraband. He could have been even asked simply to stop speaking on prison politics over the phone or in letters. But whatever he was asked, he refused. And this choice by MoneySign brought trouble. And on Thursday, April 20th of 2023, according to CTF investigators, an informant stated that MoneySign had been attacked by another prisoner. You gotta understand how the prison politics work with the Serenos. You just can't do renegade actions and attack somebody, especially another Chicano member behind those walls. This assault was clearly a planned attack and more likely a warning. But obviously, whatever they asked MoneySign to do, he still refused even after this assault. And a week later, on April 25th, at around 9:55 p.m. during a count, officers stated that MoneySign was nowhere to be found in his cell.
Oh, so basically, he was already assaulted one time, and they're saying that was pretty much a warning. A couple days later, I guess after him refusing again whatever it is they wanted from him, whether it was money, whether they wanted him to do something to somebody, right? They ended up getting him again on April 25th, but this time it was fatal. Crazy.
And this would lead to officers going to investigate MoneySign's whereabouts. Only minutes later, officers would discover MoneySign Suede unconscious in a nearby shower. He had stab wounds to the neck and was bleeding. Immediately, he was rushed to an on-site emergency facility where doctors attempted to treat him, but unfortunately, he was pronounced dead at 10 p.m. By daybreak, news had spread throughout the prison, and officials would lock down half of the prison, right before breakfast. Not only did news spread to the prisons, but news would hit social media of his murder, leaving many in disbelief. But also rumors began to spread with different theories on why he was killed and who killed him.
He said, I always said they were trying to extort him or make him crash out because of his upcoming career and fame, and MF Suede's politics, man, them dudes was hating on him. How much is the tax from Raza when you famous and pushing that trees in the pen? Acting black, hanging with blacks. Sheesh. Now, it could be a plethora of things, y'all. We don't know. That's the thing. The only people that do are the ones that's responsible for doing what they did to him. Now, the first thing makes a little more sense to me, whereas they realized he was signed to Atlantic. He was this rapper. Like, he was actually a big, whether you know him where you from or not, he was somebody where he was from, which means that they knew of him, right? So he had that type of fame. So, of course, with them thinking that, being that he's signed and all that, he got all this type of money. So they say, you know what? You're going to have to pay at least $5,000 a month to be in here or else. And for the people that think that that don't go down, oh, trust me, it do. And maybe he refused. Like, yo, I'm not giving you $5,000. And this is why he knew, right? He kind of already knew, like, yo, listen, it's over. Because I know these guys don't play. They're asking this money for me. And either I don't have it or I don't want to pay it. And in some cases, he probably just didn't have it. $5,000 a month, he just signed his deal. Right? And then he got locked up. So he really didn't have much time to make as much money. Whatever advance they gave him, whatever. But it seemed like he knew what was coming, and it came.
It is alleged that a high-ranking member of the Mexican Mafia named Raul Molina, who is currently housed in Corcoran State Prison, allegedly he gave this order and the mission was carried out. Now again, this is only speculation. Now this speculation also came about because around the same time, Raul was named but not charged in an FBI sweep called Operation Wipeout, where members from Wilmington area were arrested who have been tied to Raul Molina and sealed documents. But the weeks following his murder, MoneySign Suede will be laid to rest.
All right, y'all, so that was pretty much it, man. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because these days, a lot of these youngins are crashing out and going to jail before they can even experience life. And the sad part is, for this man right here, he did everything he needed to do to become successful. And when he finally did, when he caught his big break, he got incarcerated. And he never made it out that jailhouse. And the thing about that is, this happens way, way, way more than we think. Where these guys go upstate, go in the woods or whatever, and a lot of them are either unalived by inmates or they're unalived by the guards. And they get left up there. They never make it back. So, like I said, I wanted to do this video for the youngins out there that think that this lifestyle is cool. Wait until you get into that jail where there's no weapons, right? A lot of times you outnumbered. So it's not much you can do. And in there, it's nothing but gladiator school. There's no wait, time out, hold on. Oh, I don't want to. No, right? You're either going to be the prey or the predator. And a lot of these kids are not ready for that lifestyle. And unfortunately, this caught up to MoneySign Suede. So, very valuable lesson in this, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Rest in peace to Suede. My condolences go out to his family. I see a lot of people saying, well, oh, he thought he was this and that. He thought he was tough. Yeah, but still, man, I don't think he deserved that, especially in a situation like that. And that type of hit had to come from a higher up, because if y'all know anything about them Latino gangs, they really don't play when it comes to each other at all. Like, they stick by each other. So for him to get unalived by another Latino brother, yeah, that had to come from somewhere. So y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.